Hello, STFs, and welcome back to a brand new school year. Thank you guys once again for joining us and supporting your school sites. The agenda will be right here at this URL. Type that in, and you will have a chance to access this agenda anytime you need to access it. We're going to go ahead and jump into some welcome backs and introductions. We do have a brand new team member in our department, excuse me. Her name is Mrs. Danielle Patin. She's from Wildwell Elementary. I am going to just allow her to talk for about 30 seconds or so and just kind of introduce herself to you guys.
Hi everyone, I'm coming from the classroom so I can understand how busy we are at this time of the year. So my STFs, I'll be reaching out to you to try to confirm some meeting times. I'm excited about 2019-2020.
Thank you, ma'am. So we're super excited about having Ms. Patin on our team. You guys will meet her, and she will be assisting the J. Brister school site. So once again, we're super excited about having her in our department. We have the same Google Classroom as always, so do not fret and think you have to join a brand new classroom. Any new STFs that we may have joining us this school year, the classroom code is right here. So please go to Google Classroom, type that code in to join the Google Classroom. We also have a brand new Canvas course for everyone to access. The hyperlink is right here for you guys. So when you click on Canvas course, select the link that pops up, and it's going to prompt you to join the course. Once you've signed in and you've joined the course, you guys will see a dashboard similar to this on my screen. It's going to allow you to have access to all of our resources that we push out to you guys. We heard your cry. We know y'all are super busy. So one thing that we did this school year was we decided as a department to make all of our presentations, any resources that we give you guys during the actual STF meetings, easily redeliverable for y'all. So what we're going to do is anything that we provide y'all in like trainings or PDs, we're going to have it sit in our Canvas course, and it's going to already be ready to go for you to represent at your school site. So you don't have to worry about remaking a presentation or making a PDF document or a slide deck. It's going to already be made for you in our Canvas course. So be sure you join this Canvas course. All of your resources will be up here for you to access anytime that you need to have access to it. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with Ms. Patin for her to talk about the icebreaker that she created for you guys.
Hi guys, it's always fun to start start the school year with something fun after break. So two easy icebreakers that we can get started with are find someone who. In the agenda, you'll see a hyperlink that will make your own copy. And this is just a fun activity that will get everybody up, setting the tone for the year, introducing everyone to new faculty and, seeing what everybody was doing over the summer. So you can give everybody about 5 minutes to get everyone, get, as many names and signatures on each box as they can. And then this icebreaker is a little bit harder. So we know we all have acronyms and buzzwords in the education world. This one's called EdTech Education Buzzwords. And you can just give everybody maybe 5 minutes to see how many they can unscramble. And don't worry, the answers are right here if your brain is still on break. Yeah, that differentiated instruction was a little tough. All right, so those are some examples to get you started for the year.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Patin. I appreciate you. So you guys feel free to use those amazing icebreakers at your school sites with your teachers to get them engaged and excited for the upcoming school year. We have a few announcements and reminders for the upcoming school year. I'm going to start this entire section off with please do not kill us. We are so very sorry for the last minute updates. But first, we no longer have typingclub.com or typing.com unless your school site purchases it, excuse me, themselves. So unless your principal buys it or unless someone receives funding for it, you guys will not have access to those two resources anymore. We have Type C with Nearpod. So Nearpod has a partnership with a typing company called Type C, and they have these amazing typing self-paced lessons that are already created and are available in Nearpod. So I have a little preview right here for you guys. If you click on it, you can kind of go through it and see how it will look for the kids. Once it loads, it starts off with the title slide, every single one of them, and it also tells you what exactly will be covered in this lesson. It gives you a little quick blurb about this lesson, some objectives, what will be covered, like a little quick agenda, and then the kids can do some goal setting, a quick poll, and then now they can learn how to practice posture and things like that. So they have some amazing resources within every single lesson. And then they can start practicing and using all of these resources to help them learn how to type. So they have some amazing lessons. I'm going to show you guys right now where they are located. So when you go to nearpod.com, once you're at the website, once it loads, you guys will go to the library. And of course, they've changed everything around for me, so everything's like kind of everywhere. So right here where it says Nearpod Lesson Library, you'll click that, and at the very top, simply type in typing. And all of these lessons are already made, ready to go. As you can see, these are kind of categorized in units. So some of them have 8 lessons, 12 lessons, 7 lessons. It is K through 12. So this will be something that we will use with all of our students across the entire district, not just elementary, not just secondary. And it also tells you which grade band should use it. So they do have some lessons specifically for K2. So just be mindful of that, but majority of them are K-12. So these are awesome tools to use in the classroom. Get your kids typing so that they can hopefully increase their words per minute and their fluency. So that is Type C. And then Nikki's going to talk about Lightspeed.
All right, so thank you, Ms. Haney. Also, we are now getting rid of Go Guardian. I know you're so disappointed and sad to hear. We will be using what's called Lightspeed, and you will find that some of your teachers may be able to access Go Guardian for a while, and some of your new teachers or even some of your old teachers, they may not be able to access it at all. Our goal and plan is to have everybody up and running and trained before Labor Day, but don't hold us to that. We'll be coming around helping our STFs to make sure everyone is trained and feels comfortable with it. So you will get questions and concerns about teachers not being able to access Go Guardian or can they get access? And if they don't already have access, the answer is no. We'll be transitioning over to Lightspeed. It's very similar to Go Guardian, and we will make sure that everyone is trained and that this transition goes by smoothly. And also, we have a little screen. If you click on the link, we have a little documentation. It's not much, but it can just show the teachers a preview of how the screen will look when the teacher sees it on their end. It just shows them how you may filter, monitor, some things that they can do. It's very similar to Go Guarding. It's very user friendly. So we don't think that it will be a hard transition, and we'll help you through this process. If you have any questions about the transition, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll be here to assist you.
All right, our next quick announcement is specifically for 12th grade students across our district. They will now have access to an email account. It is through Gaggle. We have a little informational link for you guys to kind of peruse if you are a high school STF. There's a little quick video just kind of informing you what Gaggle is and a little blurb about what Gaggle also can do for the students. So they will have access, only 12th graders, once again, only seniors will have access to Google, or I'm sorry, to an email platform, which will allow them to communicate with professors, to apply to colleges, grants, scholarships, all of those cool things that they're going to have to end up doing their 12th grade year. This allows them to be monitored. So this is a really awesome email system that prevents any of those different spam things. It has some really good security filters to really protect our students across our district. So this is only for 12th grade students across our districts. And then one last quick just reminder, we had everyone remind their teachers to archive their Google Classrooms and their GoGuardian classrooms. We have hyperlinked 2 quick little screencasts right here for you guys. Feel free to download these screencasts and share out and shoot out to your teachers and even your principal. This will allow the teachers to archive their classrooms, which is really important for the upcoming school year. If Bobby went to Wildwood Elementary last year and his teacher did not archive her GoGuardian classroom and she had scenes and schedules set, when Bobby goes to Glasgow Middle this upcoming school year, all of those schedules and scenes are going to prevent his new teachers from utilizing it. So just be mindful that they're archiving their Google Classrooms and their GoGuardian accounts as well. So just feel free to download these 2 little screencasts and push out to your students. I'm sorry, to your teachers. All right. Next up, we have a quick little blurb about our Google initiative for the upcoming school year.
All right. Hello, everyone. I just want to give you all a brief introduction to our new Google certification campaign for the 2019-2020 school year. This year, we are trying to make sure that we even exceed the great goals that we made on last school year. We were so excited about all of our educators that became either Google Level 1 certified, we had some Level 2 certifications, and we even had a couple of trainer certifications. We now also have one innovator in our district, which is Miss Bonnie Chalette, who is in the technology integration department. What I would like to let you all know is that this year we really want to focus on leveling up. So when you look around and you're trying to figure out what's going on this school year with Google certification, look for our new theme, which is Navigating Google Level Up. We have our new map upload, which you'll see on the screen. It's a slight different heading, but it is the same format, so it shouldn't be difficult for those of you all who have already uploaded your certifications on this Google form. Please remind all of your faculty and staff that they have to upload their certificates on the website to this Google form and not to Canvas. All certifications are going to through this form, which will be located on our EdTech website. We're in the process of transitioning from Destination Google to Navigating Google Level Up. So you may still see some forms that say Destination Google. Please just continue to follow the format, and we're hopefully will soon be transitioned over to Navigating Google Level Up. This year, our incentive is to see how many schools we can get to level up, meaning that if you have a majority of your staff that have passed the Level 1 certification, now we're trying to push for them to pass the Level 2 certification. At the end of the school year, we're looking for the school with the highest percentage of educators that have leveled up from last school year. We're also looking at schools who may have a very low percentage of certified teachers that have actually joined the party and decided to get their teachers certified as well. So we're hoping that we see a lot more Level 2 certifications. We would be really excited if we can see some trainer certifications as well. But this year, again, our new campaign is Navigating Google Level Up. So we hope to see a lot of people level up this school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Gass. I'm going to go ahead and turn the helm over to Mr. Gordon and Ms. Chalette so that they can talk about the upcoming STF roles and expectations.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Haney. Okay, guys, so back to our agenda. If you can look at the following link, roles and expectations, but that will take you to a PDF document. which outlines the essential duties and the yearly requirements as we listed them out for you last year. At this time, I would like to direct you back to the agenda and have you click on the link that says Ideas, Questions, and Reflections. This is a shared Google Doc, and it was an activity in our face-to-face STF meeting in which the STFs were asked to review the essential duties and share any ideas, questions, or reflections from the work they performed last year. And if you look at that document, you'll see some of the feedback that various STFs contributed to that document. So I'd like for you to read this document. It may be a source for you to refer to possibly look at how other STFs around the district contributed to the accomplishment of their essential duties. When you look at it, I've kind of color-coded some blue. The ones that are blue, I think, represent the majority of the work that you will perform in your position as an STF. If it's not in blue, it's probably something that you need to link up with your school leadership team. For example, number 2, the second bullet says assist principal or designee educators and students with technology assessment, interpreting results, if applicable, selecting learning pathways, and creating professional growth plans. So I know last year at some of my schools, they opted to have the school-wide professional growth plan of obtaining their level 1 Google certification. That would be something that if you did have that idea, it would be a best practice to link up with your school leadership team and discuss that. Another example of something that we would recommend you meeting with school leadership on is look at number 11, the 11th bullet, articulate and support policy, procedures, and requirements for hardware and software purchases. Prior to purchasing any software or any new hardware, we would ask that you refer to the district technology facilitator that is supporting your school so that we can help to make recommendations. In some cases, we have even been able to maybe negotiate a better purchase price, especially if you're purchasing a software program that's already being widely used within the district. So those are just some examples of ways that we as an instructional technology team can support you. Scrolling to the yearly requirements, what we have done is make some changes there. I know Ms. Thomas will actually refer to specific things on the calendar that have changed. I'd like to bring your attention to the section, complete at least 40 hours of professional development by May. We've provided some examples of how you could do that. For example, if you're watching this webinar right now, that would be contributing to your professional development. So we want to encourage all of you to definitely attend all of the STF meetings, the ones in person and also the ones that will be recorded, such as this. Definitely try to level up with your next level of Google certification. And of course, you can always attend local, regional, or national conferences and then come back to your school and redeliver. At this time, I'd like to turn the platform over to Ms. Bonnie Chalette, and she will talk to you about the digital portfolios, the Googlios.
Hey, y'all. Now, Mr. Gordon's going to do me a favor, and he is going to Googlio. We have linked on your, no, I didn't. Sorry. Mr. Gordon's going to pull up the example for me. And we're going to show you, like, just walk through what we expect of your Googlio. It's really important that you don't stress as much. I know that was a cause for concern. We can switch to me. Right. So I think a lot of people last year, were concerned about the Googlios, and it put a lot of pressure. And we don't want it to be a lot of pressure. Make it something that you might use for other things, as a home for your any redeliveries you do. And those of you who have been with us last year, you were STFs, you've done this. You just need to update the one you have. Now here is a crazy, amazing example, but you can see she's got, her certifications. It's all kind of laid out, just labeled. But it needs, just make sure it's something that works for you. We still do. We want, to brag on yourself. What certifications have you gotten? What cool stuff have you made? We are simplifying our, as Mr. Gordon explained, our expectations a little, but this Googleo is just going to be documentation of how you can, create a portfolio of what you've done and document those things. So just want to continue to put like link your redelivery information. You don't have to make anything new. You can just link it. You want evaluations and the sign-in sheets. Find a way that works for you. Some people have LinkedIn sheets from Google Forms. Some people have just taken pictures of sign-in sheets, put it in a folder, link that folder on their site. So whatever you do for your Googleo, we just want to make it something, easy for you, simple documentation that's showing what awesome things you're already doing. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to your STF. We're all here to support you. You've got all year to do it. And I know you guys are all going to do great things. So we can go back to Ms. Haney and or Ms. Thomas Shepard, and she's going to talk about our meetings for next year.
Hello everyone. So if you click on the link for the PD calendar, you will see the PD calendar lists all of our activities from July through May. We have each month, we have classes on the active panel, we have boot camps, and Ms. Kuiper is also going to do virtual office hours. So look forward to that. We also have Nearpod training as well. But if you go back to the agenda, you will see that we will be meeting as last year, 7:30 to 9:30 or 2:30 to 4:30. And we're only going to meet 3 times face to face. So I know you're super excited about that. So we're going to meet August 23rd, December 11th, and May 5th. Our virtual meetings, however, will be September 12th, October 9th, November 14th, January 16th, February 12th, and March 13th. Also notice that we do not have any meetings in April because that is testing. So again, the calendar is linked of all the things, and don't forget, things change. So make sure that you check with, we're going to update in the calendar, but also in Go Sign Me Up. Some things may be moved around. We may have natural disasters and things like that again, like, like we normally sometimes have. So things may be moved around. If you have any questions about the calendar, please feel free to contact your district technology facilitator. But we look forward to seeing you guys August 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas Shepard. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next category on our agenda. We're going to do a Chromebook refresher. This will just be a very brief overview of some reminders, some beginning of the year items. So the first hyperlink that I have is entitled Guiding Documents. When you click on Guiding Documents, it will open up a link to the handbooks. This Google folder has the handbooks for the administrators, parents, and students, all of those things, closeout procedures. It will say 2017, 2018 on here, This is just a resource to reference. That is it. We are not coming out with any new updated handbooks. So use these as a reference material. Remember, in the administrative pages, on the very last page, page 13, there is a recommended price list for you guys to use. This is, once again, keyword recommended. So if you're struggling with trying to decide how much to charge students regarding missing keys or a cracked screen, refer to this. IT produced this entire price list for you guys to use as a resource. So that is there as well. Now, going to the most important thing, which are the signature pages from the parents and from the students. Now, traditionally, we will always tell you guys to use the pages in the Chromebook handbook to cover all of those concerns regarding Chromebooks. However, I'm going to go back to the agenda. We've hyperlinked the 2019-2020 Students' Rights and Responsibilities Handbook here. It's a PDF version. If you click on that, the first 2 pages, so this page right here, and then the second page, covers every single thing you need to have covered regarding damages for school property, Chromebooks, the internet usage and policies, all of those things that we as educators are worried about. This covers all of it. So normally all schools receive enough of these handbooks for every single one of their students. If not, we provided the PDF version on here for you guys, so feel free to print this out. The first 2 pages, once again, covers all of those items that we need to have covered regarding our students and their Chromebooks and the internet. So once again, please just be mindful. If the students turn this in, so these first 2 pages, if the child brings it back, they can be assigned a Chromebook. Now, if a child does not bring this form back with their parent signature on it or their signature on it, of course, it's according to the school site, but we recommend that you still allow the students to receive a Chromebook to use while they're in the classroom, so that it's not messing up any of their educational time inside of the classroom. So just be mindful of that. If this is brought back signed, they can be assigned a Chromebook. If not, a Chromebook cannot be issued to a student at all. So some schools like to have this already to go for open house or meet the teacher or meet the principal night, whatever you have at your school site, have these ready to go. Get the parents to sign it. If you get any new students that come in, remember, it doesn't follow the student. Our students are transient. So if a child goes from one school to another school, these forms will not follow them. So just have this kind of in your little your new student onboarding packet. Whenever you get a new student at your school site, have the parent sign it so that you don't have too much of a delay regarding Chromebooks. So get this signed, and the kids can have their Chromebooks as soon as you guys can push them out to the students. This next little hyperlink I have, the BOY Chromebook checkout. It opens up to a Google Doc. It's very short and sweet, nothing complicated. It just kind of sums up all of the beginning of the year Chromebook procedures that we are requiring from you guys. So the first 3 things, are the big 3, I like to call it, are train school staff on one-to-one policies, train students on one-to-one policies, and then collect the signature page from every student that is one-to-one. Be sure these 3 things are completed before you distribute any Chromebooks. School staff, new and old, need to be trained on one-to-one policies, and procedures. Students as well, they need to be trained on everything. So be sure that you are training everyone on your school site, administrators also, paras also, on all of the one-to-one expectations. Once you've trained them and once you have received all of the signature pages back from the students, you can now distribute Chromebooks. All schools except for White Hills, Northdale, Arlington, and EBR Readiness will use Destiny Resource Manager to distribute and manage all of their Chromebooks. Those 4 schools that I just listed will not use it. They will use the original Google Sheets that they've been using due to just overall school enrollment. You have a lower school enrollment, so you guys don't have access to Destiny. That's okay. Use Google Sheets to manage your Chromebooks. Everyone else, you guys have access to Destiny. Librarians have direct access. So if you are an STF and you are not a librarian, reach out to your librarian to see if she can contact library services, or if she could create an account for you, because that will kind of help with Chromebook management. If you are a librarian and you don't have access to Destiny, we cannot help you guys. We don't have access to it at all. You will have to contact library services to receive access to that system. If you are brand new to the position of an STF, this little image right here, if you click on it, it takes you to a screencast showing you how to even get to Destiny. We know it's kind of a hard system to get to sometimes, so it walks you through how to get to Destiny, how to log in, and how to get to the resource manager portion of Destiny to start checking out Chromebooks. So all of these things are here. So one pager for you guys. So feel free to star this, stick it in your Google Drive, download it, and just email it to yourself. Whatever you want to do, this is here for you guys to reference anytime you need to reference it. So that is all of your beginning of the year Chromebook procedures. And then last but not least, for Chromebook Refresher, the last one is Chromebook Cheat Sheet. It's the same one that we had last summer for you guys, but if you click on that hyperlink, it opens up a PDF that you guys can feel free to download and email to your teachers or place it on your school website. It just covers the basic do's and don'ts of Chromebook care. We're going into year 4 of being one-to-one. Our Chromebooks, we know, are falling apart. So this is a really important time to make sure that we are reinforcing all of those things that we had in place 4 years ago whenever we first became one-to-one. We know that the teachers, the students, everyone has kind of gotten very casual with the Chromebook. So be sure that you're kind of reinforcing and reviewing all of those do's and don'ts that ensures that we have these Chromebooks for a long time. So just please feel free to download this. You can print it out if you want to have it sent to all of your parents, whatever you want. It just kind of covers some of the basics of Chromebook care. So that is there for you guys as well. Okay, so that is it for Chromebook Refresher. We're going to go ahead and move on to Mrs. Washington for the digital breakouts.
All right, you guys. On your agenda, I have a link to a digital breakout, and it takes you here. Please feel free to use this as a different way to, instead of just lecturing to the kids on how important it is to be a great citizen, you can do fun interactive things like here are all the directions. I have a timer here, and it has 5 clues with the locks here. And also, all of these resources can be found in our Canvas course. And we do want to encourage you this year to focus more on digital citizenship throughout the school year, not just at the beginning of the school year, but make it an ongoing process so that the students know how important it is to be a great digital citizenship, to be a great digital citizen, I should say, because they do have these devices in their hand. And we find that a lot of our students are doing things that they shouldn't be doing online, even at home, and it causes problem in our classrooms. So we can be proactive and continue to teach them and let it be an ongoing process. Also, remember, we do have Nearpod. And with our Nearpod, we have access to all these free, wonderful digital citizenship resources that the teachers can use that are made and ready to go according to their grade level. So it's not like they have to plan or prep anything. We have resources ready for them to go. So we definitely would like to make sure you encourage your teachers to teach our students digital citizenship, and let's keep that conversation going throughout the school year. Also, on your agenda, I have a link for Chromebook 101. And on this presentation, it just gives the teachers, especially if you have new teachers on your campus that want information about, maybe they want to know why are we using Chromebooks and what should they do about it. So this is information here, but I'm going to go ahead and go to slide 3. Please let your teachers know how important it is not to let the students peel off the property control tags. Those property control tags are important to us because it helps us keep inventory. So please explain to your teachers and the students at your site. Please do not remove those property control tags, especially because it's going to make your job harder doing the inventory. So, and if you want to teach them a lesson and explain to them that it's very important, you can charge them for removing that because that is essentially damage to school property. That's a part of the school property. So please encourage everyone on staff to pay attention to that and have them not remove those tags. If you have teachers on your campus asking, Well, why can't I use an Apple device? Well, for one, the district does not provide any assistance for Apple products. If your school chooses to purchase Apple products, we cannot service them. We can't do anything for you. You would be essentially on your own. You would have to have Apple Care. So we use Chromebooks because it's a Google device, and all of our classes, grades 4 through 12, those students have access to Google Classroom. So it only makes sense that we use the Google Chromebook that goes along with it, and it supports the Google Classroom that our teachers are using. So that's another reason why we prefer our teachers to come through the trainings and make sure they do Google certification so they'll know the tools that they're using with their students. So just explain to your teachers that is one of the reasons. And also the Chromebooks is supposed to load faster. It doesn't take long to load up. The kids can quickly sign in. It's not prone to get viruses, and everything runs in the cloud. So that's the best device to support our one-to-one. So that is why we don't do things like Apple and Dell to support our one-to-one classroom. Just to go over a few things, if teachers are asking, as you know, some of our high school students are in the one-to-one initiative. So they are able to take those Chromebooks home. And of course, they can connect to whatever connections they have at home with those devices. You can take them to the coffee shop, wherever, to the library if they need to go and connect and do their work. So those devices can be taken off campus if allowed, if they're in the take home initiative. And you already, Ms. Haney, already explained about getting the proper signatures. And also, we just would like the teachers to remind the teachers, we know the Chromebooks are getting old, they are wearing down, but let's make sure that we're still encouraging the teachers and the students to take care of it while we have it. I suggest putting up more signs about Chromebook care and even just digital citizenship around the school, and talking with the parents, adding it to your conduct or contacting parents if we find that students are just damaging the school property, because we need them to last until we able to get them refreshed and they get their new devices. We don't know the time and date when that will happen. So until then, we need these to last us so that the students are able to learn as they should and proceed and do things that they need to do. So we would make sure that we want to encourage you to make sure that the students have proper care of the Chromebooks and the teachers are managing the students with the care of the Chromebooks. And this year, as we already stated, we will no longer have Go Guardian. We'll be transitioning to Lightspeed. Lightspeed is where the teachers will monitor the students, but that doesn't mean that the teachers get rid of their old classroom management. Keep that in place as well. Make sure they're still up and monitoring the students, along with using Lightspeed to help them with that process. All right, so I'm going to send it back to Ms. Haney. Just wanted to give you a brief overview about Chromebooks 101. And don't forget to teach your kids about digital citizenship all year. Let's make it our goal to be great citizens all year.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Washington. Okay, so that is the end of the meeting, you guys. Short and sweet. We just wanted to kind of give you guys some updates and some refreshers to get ready for the upcoming school year. As always, feel free to reach out to our department. You guys can call us, you can email us anytime you need support. We will be there for you guys. So once again, if you need anything from us, reach out to your district facilitator and they will be right there to support you. Have an awesome school year.